Are women happier and more fulfilled with or without children?
The Atlantic put out an article 2 weeks ago called The Marriage Effect, and it's an investigation into whether women with no children are truly happier than married women with kids. The writer said, quote, the common narrative is that commitment and motherhood make women unhappy. And she cited her own experience of being a woman in her 20s, asking people about parenting, and she was just inundated with warnings about tantrums and childcare difficulties and the lack of freedom. Her aunt said, "You won't sleep for 18 years. So in the article, the reporter asked, are women truly happier? So 3 reporters and 1 social scientist did a national survey of 3,000 American women aged 25 to 55, and what they found was despite claims that married mothers are more unhappy, the new data suggested the exact opposite. The study found that married moms were twice as likely to say they were very happy. Married moms were twice as likely to say their life has a clear sense of purpose over any other demographic, and they were the most likely demographic to say life is enjoyable most or all of the time. 2/3 of them said, I'm overwhelmed every day. 6 in 10 said, I wish I had more time to myself. Yet they all reported a strikingly more fulfilled and purpose-driven life. The writer is a professor of psychology at San Diego State, and she ended with this. I now have 3 children, and I'm somewhat incredulous that in my pre-motherhood inquiries, no one mentioned the sense of purpose parenthood gives you. Yes, you're going to be tired and overwhelmed, but there's a deep knowledge that you're doing something important with your life. You're nurturing a human being. I am fortunate enough to have a career I love and find meaningful. Even so, the sense of purpose I have found through motherhood dwarfs every career milestone I have ever achieved. And there are potentially many reasons why you could choose to not have kids, but a false narrative pushed by a confused and broken society cannot be one of them. This is a weed that is robbing people of purpose because they're living in this idea that motherhood is oppressive or restrictive.
And what he's talking about is just the tip of the iceberg. Women in early and midlife with children are far more fulfilled, but after 55, it gets even more important that you have spent your early years raising children. Women have lived through 7 decades of political propaganda to turn them against motherhood, but the truth is finally leaking out.